What's cracking, my YouTube fam? How's everybody doing? Everybody good? All right. Happy Saturday. It is June 26, 2021 at the time of the recording, about 10 a.m. Eastern time. So you know the routine depending on when you are watching, where you are watching. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Kenny. If you are coming back to the channel, it's good to see you. Welcome back, big baby. If this is your first time stopping by the channel, first and foremost, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you taking the time to watch the video. If you would, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the notification button so you'll be notified when there's some new content for you to check out. But welcome. It's nice to meet you. Good to see you as well. All right, before we jump in, got a quick update. We did a video yesterday and we were talking about a special guest that's going to be on the channel. Guys, you don't want to miss this. Listen, the information is going to be good. Whether it's a good fit for you and your organization, that's going to be for you to determine, but I strongly encourage you be here to check that out. We're going to do it either late Tuesday or early Wednesday, but make sure you are here for that. It is a treat, I'm trying to tell you, okay? In the description, how to prepare to go over the road. I think this is going to be kind of fun. And I'm going to share with you guys the way that I do it, not telling you how to do it. You and I will probably have two different ways of preparing to go over the road. And the first thing I do, and this is before I do a pre-trip inspection, this is probably a day, if I have it, 2 days before, excuse me. So once I've decided that I'm going to take this load, and I look at a lot of factors before I take a load. I look at more than just how much money they're going to pay me. I look at where am I picking this load up? Where is this load going? How much does it take for me to operate my truck? That's important, guys. You got to know that. How many miles per gallon can you get in your truck? How do you run your truck? Do you run 65? Do you run, how do you run your truck? Because how heavy are you going to be? All that plays into fuel and all of that good stuff, your ETA. And so I look at that. What is it? I know what the fuel is going to cost me. I know how many gallons I can get with my truck. So yeah. That's very important. But once I've determined that this is a good business decision, I don't say good load, a good business decision, meaning am I going to be profitable? If it don't make money, it don't make sense, right? Just put that out there. So the first thing I do, once I've decided I'm going to take this load, is trip plan. Trip planning is very important. It can save you a lot of time and headaches, guys. I certainly recommend, encourage that you do a trip plan. Now, you're going to laugh at one of the very first things that I do. The very first thing that I do has nothing to do with trucking. Let's get my music ready. Kenny's got to have his music, man. I got to. And I love all types of music, guys. You would be surprised. I like country and western. Yeah, I do. I like jazz. Old school music, R&B, hip hop. I like the old school hip hop more than the new school hip hop, but I like it all. I've told you guys I've been doing radio for 32 years, so music is obviously a big part of me. So I get my Isley Brothers, my Earth, Wind and Fire, my Stevie Wonders, my Barry Whites, my Patti LaBelle, and growing up, sometimes my mom would say, you want to hang out with Granny? And I'd hang out with Granny. Granny should have this Pinto, right? I'm just sharing some stuff with you guys. And she would always be playing some blues. So that's where I got my love for blues. B.B. King, oh man. It took me a while to realize that Lucille was a guitar. You knew that, right? So anyway, I get my music ready, man. I got to have my riding music. That's a must. If there's no music, I may not even take the load. It's that serious for me. I got to have my music. Okay, so anyway, trip planning. I think I mentioned this in a previous video. In my GPS, guys, I have waypoints in there. What are waypoints? So first waypoint, I'm going to pick up the load. That's a waypoint. I'm going to scale that load and fuel up. That's a waypoint. I know where I am going to stop, whether it's even for a Snickers, bathroom break. I know where I'm going to do this. I've already mapped this out. I know what the price of the fuel is going to be, where I'm going to fuel up at. I know when and where I'm going to take my mandatory DOT 30-minute break. am I going to take it right at that 8 hours? I'm going to take it at maybe 7 hours. If you take it too soon, you may have to do 2 of them. So trip planning is important, but I am that anal about my trip planning. I'm going to look at the route in which I'm going to take. I'm going to look to see the road conditions, if there's any detours. I'm going to even pull up the weather and see what that looks like. Guys, again, this will save you time. I'm going to look at where, obviously, I'm going to shut down for the night if this trip is going to take me more than 1 day. What hotel do I want to stay in? What corporate hotel account do I want to use? Do I have any points? Is this one going to be free? Is it going to cost me? What is it going to cost me? And so this is, again, guys, all a part of my trip planning. Is there going to be any, I don't know, wait stations in the route that I'm going to take? Want to make sure I've got all my documentation, my paperwork is right. All of this is a part of the trip planning. And believe it or not, I'm going to share a majority of this with my broker and or my dispatcher. Now, they can track me. I have the capability of real-time tracking, so they can see where I am, where their load is. And so, but it's just good communication. And when I do trip planning, sometimes I can discover an issue. Sometimes the address is wrong. You know, the shipper where I'm going to pick up this load, they want me to be somewhere else, but the paperwork is wrong. So I'm doing all of this in my trip planning to make sure everything is good. Okay. I even call the shipper and let them know, hey, I'll be there tomorrow. This is what I do. So this is a part of the trip planning. Now, obviously, the day to get it the day that the load is going to be gone. Can't even talk now. The day of the trip. Now we got to get into our pre-trip inspection. This is real important, guys. You want to do a thorough pre-trip inspection, because if you get pulled over and the DOT officer wants to look at that logbook, the first thing he's going to look at is if you've done a pre-trip inspection and what you checked in that pre-trip inspection. Because if he finds an issue on something you said you have checked, that's going to be a problem. So make sure you do a thorough pre-trip inspection. Also, in that pre-trip inspection, do an air brake test. If you don't know how to do an air brake test, let me know. We can maybe do a video on that. But if you are looking to expand and get a CDL at some point, even a Class B, you're going to have to demonstrate that you know how to do an air brake test. At least that is the way it was for me back in 2007. Ooh, long time ago. I had hair back then. Anyway, you need to know how to do that, guys. So if you don't take the time to learn, make sure you can, exhibit that with the examiner when they're giving you your test. That's important. Air brake test. Okay. But yeah, of course, you want to check your brakes, your tires, your lights, your horn, your windshield wipers, etc. You also want to make sure you're checking your equipment. Fire extinguisher, flares, triangles. You should have it. I would even say have a hard hat on your truck, a vest. You want to have all these things. You want to have a plan, God forbid, should you break down. Where are you going to go? Who are you going to call? You want to have that in your trip planning before your pre-trip. You want to have all this lined out. And it may not go well, but you'll have a plan. Plan, discipline, patience. We talk about it all the time. So once you do all of that, time to ride, baby. Over the road, guys, can be really fun if you're prepared to do it. It really can. You know, you're going to see places that you've never been, depending on how much time you have. Maybe even do a little sightseeing. I know what I'm going to eat and where I'm going to eat. Yeah, I'm that anal with it. I know where I'm going to eat and what I'm going to eat. I almost know what it's going to cost me. Now, while I'm on the road and driving, I take snacks, light stuff that's not going to mess with my stomach. But yeah, and if it's a place that I haven't been before, if I have the time, I'll even figure out how I'm going to go do some sightseeing. Am I going to take an Uber or what have you? It can be really fun, guys. It really can. I look at certain parts of the country. Do I want to go in at a certain time of the year? Maybe because of weather. Maybe because it's hard to get freight out of that location. Another thing, guys, that I do, and I got this from a YouTuber friend of mine who told me about this. But when he told me, I'm like, man, that makes a lot of sense. And I have incorporated that into my planning as well. I know where I'm going to drop the load off. So I'm going to post my truck on a load board just in case when I get there, if the dispatcher is not able to get me what I'm looking for to get out of there, there's a potential that a broker may actually call you because you have posted your truck. And in that case, it's to your advantage because it's probably a desperate situation if they're calling you, right? So you can dictate the terms, certainly the money, right? And so I do that. Now, does it always work out? No, nothing always works out. But that is something that I do as well. Now, my dispatcher may already have me another load before I drop. In most cases, they will, they should. But if they don't, or for whatever reason you have some time to think about that load and to accept or not, maybe a broker will call you and, hey, I see your truck is going to be in this city and state at this time. I've got something. So that's just something else that I do. But that's just a little bit, guys, how I prepare to go over the road. I don't just say, yeah, send me the Raycon, I'll take it, go pick up and go. And I haven't done any research. I haven't done any trip planning. That's bad. So once I got all of this information, I upload it into my GPS, waypoints, boom, put my music on, and I ride. I normally start off with Barry White, the maestro. I don't know why. Then it goes up to Earth, Wind, and Fire, and, Patti LaBelle, Anita Baker, and Willie Nelson. Yeah, Willie Nelson. I love Willie Nelson. So that's how I do it, guys. Prepare. Have fun out there, man. Make this fun. This is your livelihood. It can be fun. It's all in how you make it, man. All in your approach. And you'll have fun out there and make money as well. I love those two things. Making money or having fun and making money doing it, right? Get paid to have fun. All right, so look out for that video. I got to jump on a flight to Texas today, but look out for that video late Tuesday or early Wednesday. This is going to be a really, really, really good video. If you haven't keyed in on a factoring company yet, you're going to want to see this one. It may not be a good fit, guys, but I think you should take a look, okay? It's one of the companies that I actually use. Not telling you to, but I think you will like it. It's tailor-made for new companies out there, okay? So I think you should be here for that. All right, I'm going to head to the airport. You guys go out and make it a great day. Remember, tough times don't last forever. Tough people always do. Money does not come with instructions. So, yeah, you got to be smart in terms of your decision-making process. Have a plan, be disciplined, be patient, and I think you will be success. I say go out and make it a good day, depending on when you're watching it. Maybe go out and make it a good evening or a good night. Take care of yourself, and we will try to talk in 24 hours. Take care now.